Within a few blocks, you'll find it all: violence, desperation, and moments of survival captured in stark detail. This is the dark heart of California, a land where people still live in fear. Will you watch it all the way? Join HDneww in this documentary about the horrors of raw footage. Like and subscribe to HDneww. I walked these streets. No film crew, no security team, just a witness. What I saw, what I felt, will stay with me for the rest of my life. Because nothing prepares you for the sight of tents stretched out beneath overpasses, mothers rocking their babies beside piles of trash, or the silence of those who've run out of words to ask for help. And yet, life still goes on here. Somehow. People still cook, still laugh, still argue, still survive. Not by choice, but by instinct. This is a city within a city, a place left unmarked on maps, but known by everyone who lives in California. Think you've seen poverty? Skid Row will make you think again. Think homelessness is just the result of bad choices. Spend an hour here, and you'll realize it's far more complicated. From skyrocketing housing costs to the collapse of the mental health system, everything collides in this place. Everyone has a story, and every story has depth. There's Martha, a single mother who fell into addiction after a car accident, now sleeping beside the American River with her 2 children. And James, a veteran who served 2 tours, now slowly rebuilding his life, one meal, one therapy session at a time. Let's talk numbers. In 2024, California reported over 171,000 people without stable shelter. That's not a typo. 171,000. And more than 70% of them, over 120,000, live outdoors. No roof. No safety. No place to call home. This travel documentary isn't about sightseeing, it's about exposing the truth. And here, the truth is brutal. In Los Angeles County alone, there are over 75,000 unhoused individuals. Along Venice Boulevard, it's no longer surprising to see a tent city rising beneath luxury billboard ads. Children, yes, children, are growing up in this chaos. According to the California Department of Education, more than 28,000 minors were homeless in 2024. Other states face homelessness too, but not like this. Take New York, for example. It shelters over 91,000 people, yet only about 5% of them sleep outdoors. Why? Because New York has a right to shelter law, established back in 1981. It's not perfect, but it's a protective barrier. Texas, known for its rugged independence, has taken a different path with the Housing First model. With just $50 million a year, they've built over 5,000 housing units and reduced homelessness in Houston by more than 60% since 2011. Meanwhile, Oregon and Florida have taken their own paths. Oregon struggles with rising rents, drug addiction, and experiments with tiny home villages. Florida, with its warmer climate and lower rental costs, sees fewer deaths from cold exposure, but faces seasonal natural disasters. And California, despite being wealthier than most countries in the world, continues to fall behind. Why? The reasons are both complex and deeply frustrating. Let's start with rent. In 2024, the average monthly rent in Los Angeles reached nearly $2,989. San Francisco wasn't far behind. The state is short more than 1.2 million affordable housing units. And as zoning debates drag on, thousands are left waiting in hopeless limbo. Add to that the human toll. Over 34% of California's homeless population struggles with addiction, and 25% live with untreated mental illness. But rehab centers are overwhelmed. Mental health services are stretched thin. And while California proudly promotes its Housing First policy, studies show that only 20% maintain long-term stability. Without supportive services, housing becomes just a temporary fix. The government hasn't stood idle. They've spent $17.5 billion between 2018 and 2022. Another $3.7 billion is on the way. Some programs, like SuperConnect in Los Angeles, show real promise, combining housing with mental health counseling and job training. But efforts are still hindered by poor coordination. Cities blame the state. The state blames zoning laws. The result? Delays, and people continue to fall through the cracks. And behind every number is a human being. Martha never imagined she'd end up in a tent. A car accident. Painkillers. An eviction. That was all it took. Now she bounces between shelters, praying for a spot in a rehab center. James, a veteran from San Diego, fought for his country. PTSD and alcohol nearly destroyed him. But he found housing through the Housing First program, and week by week, he's rebuilding his life. What haunts me the most? It's the question, what if the person under that tarp were me? It's easy to judge others. It's much harder to truly see their story. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And then you realize, this travel documentary isn't about them. It's about us. About what we value. What we allow. And what we let continue in silence. So what now? Now that you've seen beneath California's shiny surface, what will you do? If you've made it this far, something inside you must be stirring, a sense of unease, a spark, maybe even guilt. That's good. Because that's where change begins. Because the truth is, no statistic can replace human connection. No policy will succeed without compassion. And no solution will ever work if we keep walking past the people who need us most. This isn't just California's problem, it's a test of our entire society. Will we keep building higher walls around our comfort? Or will we build bridges back to compassion? Will we continue to treat homelessness as a nuisance? Or finally recognize it for what it truly is, a crisis that demands urgency? You don't need to be a politician or a billionaire to make a difference. You can support local shelters, advocate for affordable housing, donate to mental health organizations, or simply start conversations about this issue. Vote for leaders who put people before politics. Speak up. Take action. Even a single act of kindness can ripple farther than you think. And if this video moved you, don't let it end here. Hit like. Share it. Subscribe to the channel so we can keep exploring the forgotten corners of our world together. Let's turn this travel documentary into a collective act of compassion. Because sometimes, the most dangerous streets aren't dangerous because of violence, but because compassion stops showing up. Thank you for watching. Don't look away. Look closer, and then, take action.